Hello, friends. Welcome back to English Classes Online. My name is Benjamin, and in today's video, we shall be looking at article writing, key steps in writing a good article. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Click on the bell icon as well so that whenever I upload a new video on this channel, you will be notified instantly. I have a free PDF file for you in the description box below. That PDF ebook gives you a detailed explanation on the units of English grammar. So if you are interested in it, you can click on the link in the description box, and then you'll be able to download the PDF file free of charge. You will also find my ebook titled Good Success in English. It is a complete study package for effective English learning. It is recommended for all persons who want to learn English as a foreign language or as a second language, or students who are learning English as a course of study at school. That book is a great ally to all English learners because it actually gives you detailed and accurate explanation on the key topics in the use of English, whether you are talking about the writing skills, essay writing, report writing, article writing, story writing, speech writing, name it. All kinds of writing, all forms of writing are explained in great detail. Then you have reading comprehension, you have summary writing, you have grammatical structures, units of grammar, from morphemes to words, from words to phrases, from phrases to clauses, from clauses to sentences. All these are adequately explained. Then you have the various grammatical rules, including spelling rules, punctuation marks, and then you have spoken English, that is talking about oral English. Vowel sounds, consonant sounds, stress patterns, all these aspects of phonetics and phonology are explained in the book. Is an all-encompassing ebook. Everyone who desires to learn English and acquire linguistic competence really needs to get a copy of the book. So if you are interested in it, click on the link in the description box, and it will take you to the book page where you will grab your own copy of the book. With this said, let's dive into the lesson right away. Now, let's begin by looking at the agenda for today's episode. Number one, what is an article? 2, features of an article. 3, create an outline. 4, write the article. And 5, cross-check your work. Let's start by looking at what an article is. What is an article? An article is a piece of writing that discusses a topic of public interest and is usually meant to be published in a newspaper or magazine. And so if you pick a newspaper or magazine, as you browse through the pages, you will find different articles written by individuals. So an article is a piece of writing that discusses a topic or a subject or an issue of public interest, all right? And is usually meant to be published in a newspaper or magazine. Of course, the writer expresses his or her personal views in that article, but the issue being discussed is an issue of public interest. That makes it an article, and so a good article. Now, the features of an article are as follows. the first thing that you must write in an article is the title, all right? Now, this is followed by the first paragraph where you introduce the topic of your, the topic for discussion. So that is introduction, is paragraph 1. Then the body of the article begins from paragraph 2, and that is where you discuss the causes, the effects, the solutions, as the case may be. No, depending on the topic and depending on the angle from which you want to approach the discussion. Then when you are through with the body of the article, then the next will be the conclusion, after which you write your full name. And if you are writing this article for publication in a school magazine, all you need to do is to write your class after writing your name. But if you are writing the article for publication in a national newspaper, then you will be required to write your place of residence, all right? So now let's look at how to create an outline. Now, this is a question that is a potential, you know, a potential exam question for the junior school certificate and even for the senior school certificate. So an article is an article, and an article is a piece of writing of public interest. That's why it's published in a national newspaper or even in a school magazine or an international magazine. It's no more just a personal issue. It's an issue of public interest in which you express your personal opinions for public consumption, all right? So that is an article. So that is why you can see here, you are asked to write an article suitable for publication in one of your national newspapers on the dangers of vandalizing petroleum pipelines in your country, all right? So usually when you are writing an article, the purpose is for it to be published in a national newspaper or magazine. Sometimes you may be asked to write an article suitable for publication in your school magazine. So it depends on, what you are asked to do. Now, once you are preparing to write an article, the first thing you do is to think about the topic. Put on your thinking cap, brainstorm, all right? An article suitable for publication on the dangers of vandalizing petroleum pipelines in your country. So in this case, you are going to think about it. What are the dangers of vandalizing petroleum pipelines in my country? So you will jot down the points. That's simply what an outline means. Then when creating an outline, you also take into consideration the definite structure of your article. Your article must have a definite structure, all right? So you need to figure out what should feature in your introduction, all right? I always tell people that the introductory paragraph requires some essential ingredient, all right? And I have put 3 of them here: the subject matter, the thesis, the enumeration. Enumeration is optional. You may not include it, all right? The enumeration is just a list of the key points you are going to discuss. Now, the importance of enriching your introductory paragraph cannot be overemphasized, because when the examiner is going through your essay, is very interested in that first paragraph. If it's in the first paragraph, you either succeed or fail woefully in article writing. Because come to think of it, when people are going through the headlines in a national newspaper, any headline that draws the attention, all right, will take them straight to the first paragraph. And when they try to read through, it is in the first paragraph they become interested or disinterested. All right. So you have to make sure that your first paragraph begins with an attention grabbing sentence. And that is a sentence that presents the subject matter to the reader and tells the reader that this article is very important. People are always very busy, and when they are browsing through the pages of a newspaper, there's no guarantee that they will read everything they see. So you need to do a good job in order to grab the attention of the reader and compel the reader to read the article. That's why your introductory paragraph is very critical to the success of your article. Now, having said this, after the introduction, then you have the body of the article, and this is where you discuss the key points you may have, created uh, in your outline. All right, like in this outline, we have jotted down a few things: loss of lives in pipeline explosion. When petroleum pipelines are vandalized, they likely cause explosion and people die in the process. That's one of the dangers. Then huge loss of national revenue is another one. Environmental pollution is another, but also, don't forget that when the petroleum products are wasted, then there will be shortage of gas, and that will also affect the power sector. Electricity generation will be adversely affected, and that will affect a lot of things. All right. So then you also need to talk about the solutions. All right. You can talk about the solution, and then among the solutions, you may talk about a number of things. But here, we are simply asked to discuss the dangers of vandalizing petroleum pipelines. So we may not devote so much attention to solutions. We are zeroing in on the dangers of vandalizing petroleum pipelines. And then when we are through with that, we can simply make a call for action. All right? Okay, so let me now walk you through this process. When you are writing an article of this nature, the first thing is to ensure that your headline, which is your title, is as catchy as possible. And that's why I recommend the total capitalization method. You write everything in capital letters and you don't need to underline. This is the method we have adopted here. On the top central, on the top center of your answer sheet, that's where you write your title. And as you can see it here, then this is the first paragraph. This is where we introduce this topic to the reader and tell the reader that this is a very important issue that deserves the attention of every reader. Okay? Excuse me. So let's go through it. It is disheartening to find that each time you listen to the radio, watch the television, or read the newspaper, what you hear or read is that petroleum pipelines have been vandalized in various parts of the country. This is a sad situation, and those who perpetrate this heinous crime seem not to care a hoot about the dangers their actions pose to the lives of their fellow citizens. In this article, I would like to examine the dangers of vandalizing petroleum pipelines in this country and why urgent steps should be taken to arrest the situation. So you can see that in this introductory paragraph, we have told the reader what this article is about and why it is very important. That's the job of the introduction paragraph. Then in the second paragraph, which is the first paragraph that discusses the body, of the article, that discusses the key points one by one. We are going to start with the first point on our outline, and that is how this results in loss of lives. Now, here is how we write it. To start with, vandalizing petroleum pipeline often results in explosions. When such explosions occur, it is always disastrous for people living within that area, as many of them end up losing their lives in the raging inferno. Some are critically injured and others are rendered homeless. You see, you are painting a picture of the dangers that vandalizing petroleum pipelines, pose for the citizens of the country. Now we continue. Those who rush to vandalize pipelines in order to collect the product for sale often forget how inflammable petrol is. Most of them are unable to escape once the explosion is triggered. So you have painted a picture of how extremely dangerous it is for petroleum pipelines to be vandalized. Now we go to the second paragraph. Another danger of vandalizing petroleum pipelines is the great damage it does to the national economy. All right? On many occasions, many pipelines conveying petroleum products from refineries to NNPC depots are destroyed. Thousands of barrels of oil worth millions of dollars get wasted. You see, you are painting a picture of the kind of damage it does to the national economy. In fact, the country loses billions of dollars yearly to thieves who vandalize pipelines and siphon crude oil. Since the country depends largely on revenue from oil, the entire country suffers whenever there is a significant decrease in oil revenue. The result is that most capital projects cannot be executed, workers' salaries cannot be paid on time, and so forth. You see, you have explained how the kind of negative effect this has not only on the national economy, but by extension on the lives of the citizens. All right? Now we go to the next point, and here we now decide to discuss how it affects the power sector, which is very important for the lives of the citizens. Furthermore, the incessant vandalization of gas pipelines that supply gas to power plants has been one of the factors militating against regular supply of electricity in Nigeria. This is because the power plants cannot generate electric power without the supply of gas. Consequently, many communities are often thrown into darkness for weeks or months. You see, you have again explained the danger that vandalizing petroleum pipelines actually poses for the entire country. Okay, so here is how we conclude. I must say that if we are really serious about building a strong and vibrant nation, as most of our leaders often assert in their public speeches, we must stop this destroying monster called vandalism. Building and destroying are two opposites that cannot go hand in hand. The earlier our leaders move forward and move beyond empty rhetoric and take practical steps to stop the vandalization or the vandalizing of petroleum pipelines, the better for all of us. See, this is a good way to bring the article to an end. And then here you have the name of the writer, Mary Okon Calabar. All right, so this is how to write a good article. And I hope you enjoyed today's video. We have been looking at article writing, and we have critically examined the key steps in writing a good article. If you enjoyed the video, like the video and share it with your friends and relations. Don't forget that if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, it is just important that you subscribe, because come to think of it, that is the only way you can really give us the support that we really need. You know, we spend a lot of time creating videos, all right? And we allow you to have access to it free of charge. So there's no other way you can really give us the support than to actually subscribe to the channel. So I implore you to kindly subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. And I will be quite grateful that you did. Moreover, you need to click on the bell icon as well, so that whenever a new video is uploaded on the channel, you will be instantly notified. Now, I have a free PDF for you in the description section. You can click on it and get a free copy. You will also find my book titled Good Success in English. Click on the link and grab your own copy. I want to say a good thank you to all of you. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye for now and remain blessed. Many thanks for watching today's video. A big thank you to all of you out there for being part of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, kindly subscribe to this channel. Subscribe now as a way of giving us support. For notification about new videos, click on the bell icon. You will find the bell icon. Click on it so that whenever a new video is uploaded, you will be instantly notified. If you have actually enjoyed the video, like and share the video with your friends and relatives. This is very important. If you have any comments, leave your comments below. Any questions, any suggestions, we would gladly receive them and respond promptly and positively to them. See you in the next video. I look forward to always seeing you in the new video. Thank you and